the appellant again approached the High Court of Rajasthan by means of another writ petition, which was disposed of by the High Court on 36/2015, granting him liberty to file a fresh application before the competent authority concerned for grant of parole in terms of rules framed by the Government of India. On this behalf, wide notification dated 9/11/1955 stop. Armed with this order, the appellant preferred another parole application with the Government of India. Stop. This was, however, rejected by the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, wide orders dated 10/11/2015. Stop. It may be noted that the appellant had simultaneously moved an application for parole before the state of Rajasthan as well. Stop. That application also came to be rejected. Wide order dated 16/11/2015 on the ground that the Union of India had already rejected the parole of the appellant. Stop. For the third time, the appellant approached the High Court seeking a prayer to the effect that he be released on parole for 20 days. Stop. This petition was dismissed. Wide order dated 1/5/2017 with the following observations. Stop. Having heard the rival submissions of the party and after going through the relevant record, we are of the considered opinion that it is a case of serious and heinous crime where parole cannot be claimed as a matter of right. Stop. Further, in view of the fact that appeal has been decided by the Honorable Supreme Court, it would not be appropriate for exercise of discretion in favor of the petitioner. Stop. The writ petition is accordingly dismissed. Stop. However, if the petitioner, so desirous, may approach the Honorable Supreme Court for appropriate relief. Stop. Correctness of this order is the subject matter of the present appeal. Stop. As is clear from the above, the High Court did not deem it proper to exercise its discretion and left the matter to this court. Stop. It is notwithstanding the fact that in the earlier paragraph, than the paragraphs quoted above, the High Court has referred to some of the judgments which were relied upon by the counsel for the appellant. Stop. However, there is no discussion of those judgments or applicability thereof to the facts of the present case. Stop. In view of the aforesaid background, submission made by the learned counsel for the appellant was that merely because the appellant was convicted of an offence which was of serious or heinous nature would not be a ground to reject the plea of parole outrightly. Stop. It was argued that the cases which were cited by the counsel for the appellant before the High Court were also those cases where the convicts were held guilty under the provisions of the TADA. Stop. It was argued that the purpose behind grant of parole was altogether different and, therefore, the nature of offence would be an irrelevant consideration. Stop. The learned counsel appearing for the respondents refuted the aforesaid arguments with the submission that the case of the appellant was duly considered and rejected after finding that it was not recommended by the district magistrate and superintendent of police of DOSA, Social Justice Department of the state of Rajasthan and the superintendent of jail, Jaipur. Stop. It was argued that all the aforesaid authorities had given adverse reports about the appellant stop. We have given our serious consideration to the respective submissions made by the counsel or the parties on either side. Stop. We may state at the outset that the reason because of which the High Court dismissed the writ petition filed by the appellant herein is not an apposite one and does not meet the test of law. Stop. The petition is dismissed only on the ground that the appellant is convicted in a case of serious and heinous crime and therefore parole cannot be claimed as a matter of right. Stop. As per the discussion, what would follow herein after the conviction in a serious and heinous crime cannot be the reason for denying the parole per se. Stop. Another observation made by the High Court is that since this court had decided the appeal of the appellant affirming the conviction, it would not be appropriate for the High Court to exercise its discretion in favor of the appellant, and if he so desires, he may approach this court for the said purpose. Stop. This again amounts to abdication of the power vested in the High Court. Stop. Insofar as conviction for the offence for which he was charged, that is under the provisions of TADA, is concerned, no doubt that it has been upheld till this court. Stop. However, the issue before the High Court was entirely different. Stop. It was as to whether the appellant is entitled to the grant of parole for 20 days, which he was claiming. Stop. Merely because the matter of conviction of the appellant had come up to this court would not mean that the appellant had to be relegated to this court every time, even when he is seeking the reliefs unconnected with the main conviction. Stop. It is more so when in the first instance it is the High Court which is supposed to decide such a prayer for parole made by the appellant. Stop. With these remarks, be advert to the issue at hand. Stop. In the first instance, it would be necessary to understand the meaning and purpose of grant of parole. Stop. It would be better understood when considered in contrast with furlough. Stop. These terms have been legally defined and judicially explained by the courts from time to time. Stop. There is a subtle distinction between parole and furlough. Stop. A parole can be defined as conditional release of prisoners, that is an yearly release of a prisoner, conditional on good behavior and regular reporting to the authorities for a set period of time. Stop. It can also be defined as a form of conditional pardon by which the convict is released before the expiration of his term. Stop. Thus, the parole is granted for good behavior on the condition that parole regularly reports to a supervising officer for a specified period. Stop. Such a release of the prisoner on parole can also be temporarily on some basic grounds. Stop. In that eventuality, it is to be treated as mere suspension of the sentence for time being, keeping the quantum of sentence intact. Stop. Release on parole is designed to afford some relief to the prisoners in certain specified exigency. Stop. Such paroles are normally granted in certain situations, some of which may be as follows. Stop. A member of the prisoner's family has died or is seriously ill, or the prisoner himself is seriously ill or stop.